microphone. We're gonna roll with it anyways, right? So bring your feet under your hips, take a big breath in, reach all the way up. Exhale, fold, hinge at your hips, soften your knees, hang your head. Inhale, halfway lift, really flat back. Bend your knees a little, don't lock them. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, palms to shins or thighs. Exhale, fold. Keep going just like that for however long you need to, till your legs feel nice and warm. Then when you're ready, we're gonna turn the toes out and the heels in. You can widen your stance. You can stand up, take a really wide stance, or maybe you have a shorter stance and you're gonna come into your yogi squat. Okay, so try to bring your elbows inside your knees, maybe lift through the crown of the head. So you might look like this. Maybe that doesn't feel good, that's too much. Bring your hands forward so your elbows aren't pushing your hips or knees open. But you wanna sit up nice and tall. Bring the sit bones towards the heels. Weight is in the heels, okay? So you could even lift your toes up here. Then we're gonna flow. So you're gonna exhale, forward fold, turn your toes in. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold and squat. All right, so we're gonna do it a little bit slower, and you can take these as slow as you need to. You don't wanna go really fast. We're trying to build a little heat and warm things up, but we're not trying to rip or tear or aggravate, okay? So exhale, fold, toes in. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold and squat. Lift the heart, inhale. Exhale, fold, toes in. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold and squat. Keep going until you feel like your body, your hips are warm, right? We're gonna come into some sweeping camels. So you're gonna stand on your shins, on your knees. Bring your knees about hip distance apart. Bring one hand to your lower back, other hand reaches all the way up. Bend that elbow, put the hand behind the head. Inhale, reach. That hand is gonna come to the lower back. Opposite hand reaches up. Bend that elbow, bring it behind your head, push the hips forward. Inhale up. So we're just switching side to side. You can keep your hand on your lower back. If your back feels good, your stomach is like stretched out here, your psoas is nice and loose, you can let go of your back and grab your heel. Only if that feels good. Listen to your body. If it feels like your back is going to break or snap, go out, do not do it, right? So it's all about engaging the glutes, pressing the hips forward. Without the glutes engaged, your back will be weak and unsupported, and that's where you're gonna feel the ripping, tearing, going out feelings. Okay, so do these however long you need. Then to counter, you're just gonna take some windshield wipers, right? Sit on down, feet as wide as you want, knees left and right. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Bound angle, cobbler's pose, butterfly. You guys know this one. Feet together, knees wide. Maybe bring the feet in if you need more stretch. Maybe that's too much, feet farther away. Grab your feet, lift up your chest, tuck your pelvis a little bit so your spine is really long and tall. Maybe fold forward if it's available. Soften the shoulders, down the back. Maybe walk the hands forward. Maybe your head gets closer to your feet, but it doesn't have to, right? Especially if your knees are way up here in the air, you're not trying to fold yet, right? You want to get those legs softened up before you attempt to fold. Stay in here as long as you like. Next one is our fire log. Left leg down, right leg on top. Shins are parallel to the top of the mat. Shins are stacked. Knee over ankle, ankle over knee. Flex your toes towards one another. Maybe this is plenty. You could always lean back. Need more? Long spine, chest lifts. Fold. You're gonna hold this for at least 30 seconds. maybe a minute on each side. Maybe you do 30 seconds on each side, do a couple rounds, right? Trying to soften up this top hip. Always, always, always do the other side. So same thing, knee over ankle, ankle over knee, flex the toes, maybe lean back. If your leg's up here, definitely lean back. You can put something under here like a pillow, a block, a blanket, whatever you've got nearby, just so it's supported. Maybe leaning forward if you like, okay? Stay as long as you like. We're going through these quickly so that you can just get the moves, right? It's not like an online class or anything. Deer pose is next, 90-90. Both knees are bent. If this back glute feels like it's pinching, you can pull your heel in a little bit. Maybe it feels good to lean over this front leg, getting into the back, the outer glute, the side of the glute in the piriformis. Maybe leaning back, you like the stretch on the top of the thigh, in the hip flexor, and the quad. You might also feel this in the right leg as well, the front leg, whichever one is in the front. So you'll hang on here, same thing, 30 seconds. Try to do every single pose for at least 30 seconds on each side. Probably 2 rounds if you have the time. 3 rounds if you want to see some progress, right? Once a week, probably not enough, but it's a start. So just start adding little by little until all of a sudden you're doing it all the time. You know, you're watching TV, you're taking a break and taking some time to stretch. Make sure you always do each side. Try to spend equal time on each side, even though each side might be different, right? That's okay. Each side, like maybe one side you don't fold as far, totally normal, but try to stay the same amount of time if you can. All right, so next we're gonna rock the baby. So you're gonna grab onto one leg and just rock it out. Opposite leg can do whatever it wants. Eventually you might put your arms underneath and start lifting the leg. Maybe your foot even comes up to your chest. Maybe you sit up even taller and you can bring your foot to your face or your ear. Don't have to, but if you're stretchy and it goes that far, go for it. Then you'll release, of course, doing the other side. Spending enough time here. Again, we're just going through the motions here. Rock it out, maybe forklift, maybe grab it, bring it up to your chest, maybe towards the face, in front of the face, or foot phone at the ear, okay? As long as you need to. Then you're gonna roll down to your back and we're gonna twist it out a little. So hug your knees in, roll them around, draw some circles. Release one leg, hug that knee into your chest, pull it up towards your armpit. You should feel a good stretch through the groin. And then we're gonna pull that knee over across the body. Keep your shoulders on the mat, on the floor. Look straight up or look down that long arm. The arm that's not holding the leg. Stay here for 30 seconds. Close your eyes and breathe. And then you'll do the other side. Right? Same thing on the other side. Shoulders are on the mat. Maybe looking straight up or down your long arm. Maybe just close the eyes and relax for a little bit. 30 seconds at least on each side. After that, you're gonna come into frog, half frog. Maybe some of you guys do full frog, but for half frog, you're gonna lay down on your belly. Bend one knee about 90 degrees. Maybe flex the toes towards your knee, maybe relax your foot. You can be upright like this on the forearms. If that's too much, come down low, put your head on the ground, look left or right, maybe stack your head on your hands, whatever works, right? As always, 30 seconds on each side, so make sure you switch. Maybe doing the same thing on each side, maybe not. Frog, so that's half frog, one leg at a time. Full frog, both legs at the same time. If you have knee issues or really, really tight inner thighs, one leg at a time. If you're really stretchy and half isn't doing it for you, then you can do both legs at the same time, leaning forward. And then when you lean back, that's where you get your stretch. So you might stay upright. I prefer to be on the forearms, and then I can lean back and release. lean back and release, or just hold. Totally up to you how you want to do it. Next is figure 4 on your back, crossing one ankle over the knee, grabbing that long leg, the hamstring or the shin, pull that side in, push the other side away. So right now I'm pulling the left side in and pushing the right side away. Always flex your toes towards your knee to protect the knee joint. 30 seconds per side, right? After you've done your figure 4, your hips and your frog, all of these things, your hips should be pretty warm. We'll try half pigeon. So you'll come into your down dog, take any movements you like, then you'll lift one leg up, bring that knee to your wrist, let your foot go where it wants to go, and then try to stay on your center perch so you're not all the way left or right. Chest and hips are square to the front of the mat. Soften your shoulders, maybe stay right here. If you bring your hands in, maybe just look up. You'll really get into the long leg, the hip flexor. So for me, it's that right side, really getting into the hip flexor here. If you want more of this left hip and glute, you'll fold forward. You could even bring your hand to your thigh, rolling it open and out. So you're not pushing down on it really hard. You're just pushing down enough so your hand stays, and then roll it open, spiraling out. 30 seconds on each side. For this one, you should probably stay a minute. It takes at least a minute to start getting the benefits of the pose and fully relax into it. If you're really tight and not relaxed, you're not really getting the benefits. It's almost like you're fighting against yourself. Think of quicksand, right? The more you relax, the easier it is to get out. All right, after your 30 seconds or a minute, maybe a bridge pose, back bend. So feet hip distance apart, lifting the seat up with engaged glutes. Maybe you're right here. Maybe option 2, roll onto your shoulder edges. Maybe interlace the hands under your back, pushing the hips up. Maybe you need a bigger back bend. You're welcome to come into wheel, hands on either side of the head, come up to the crown, then lift up, maybe straightening the arms, pushing the head through the arms, using the feet to wiggle forward and back, maybe coming onto the tippy toes, walking the hands in towards the feet, feet towards the hands, whatever. When you come down to the crown slowly and roll out. So be careful on your neck, okay? That's a big back bend. Only do it if that's in your practice or if your bridge is really strong. Don't attempt it if your back hurts or you're going through an injury. Lastly, we're gonna finish in child's pose. Knees as wide as you can, big toes touch. Let your seat come down to your heels and rest your forehead down. Let the breath slow down. Relax your jaw. Breathe into the lower back, hips and glutes. I hope that you find this helpful, and let me know how it goes.